USB microphones. You've seen one, you've seen them all, right? Or have you? Yes, most USB microphones in a certain price range have roughly equivalent features, but that doesn't mean they're all the same. The Samson Satellite is the company's latest portable USB microphone aimed at streamers, podcasters, and other digital broadcasters. This mic has a lot in common with some of its competitors, but it also packs some of their best tricks up its sleeve at a lower price. That alone means this might just be your next go-to choice for recording on the run. Opening up the box, you're not going to find much that you wouldn't expect. The microphone itself occupies the majority of the box, but it's not the only thing inside. You also get a small manual as well as a few accessories. See, the Satellite includes not one, but two cables. One is a standard micro USB cable with a full-size USB connector on the other end for plugging into a computer. The other cable has the micro USB connector on one end and a lightning connector on the other. One of the best features of the Samson Satellite that you'll usually only find on more expensive microphones is that it has multiple polar pickup patterns. Try saying that 3 times fast. The microphone has a standard directional mode known as cardioid that works as most microphones do. It picks up what is directly in front of it. The other 2 modes are where it gets more interesting. One of the Satellite's other modes is the figure 8 or bidirectional pattern. If you're directly in front of the mic, it'll pick your voice up the same way, but it will also pick up sound in the opposite direction. This is great for recording a 2-person conversation with either of you sitting on the opposite sides of a table, for example. The final pickup pattern is omnidirectional. As the name hints, it picks up everything around the microphone. If you're recording a conversation with multiple people, this is the best way to ensure everyone gets heard. No matter which pickup pattern you're using, you can monitor the input using the built-in headphone jack. This is important because it enables zero latency monitoring. You could monitor through your digital audio workstation or however you're recording, but this often adds latency, which can make listening difficult. The only other button is a touch-based mute control, letting you easily cut the audio. Finally, as you probably guessed from the lightning cable in the box, this will work with your iPhone or iPad. It's fully USB class compliant, so you don't even need to worry about installing any Samson-specific software or anything like that. So now you know all the features, but you might still be wondering, who exactly is this microphone for? And that's a tougher question to answer than you might initially think, because even with all the pickup patterns, this isn't really a mic for musicians. The lack of a traditional XLR connector for interfacing with audio gear like mixers and mic preamps is your first clue. Can you use it for recording vocals and instruments? Yeah, but you might not get the results you expect. As Samson points out on its website, the Satellite is meant more for spoken word. If you're looking for a microphone to record a podcast, this is the ideal mic for you. While Samson also mentioned streamers, it's important to note that you're probably going to need a longer cable than the one included in the box if you're looking to mount this on a boom arm or any other type of stand than the included one. The multiple pickup patterns make this ideal for multi-person podcasts with just one mic. We'll have a look at the quality later, but it's nice to have this as an option for recording a group with just one mic. Cheaper microphones usually mean cheaper materials and as a result, cheaper look and feel. Fortunately, that isn't the case with the Satellite. Constructed out of solid metal, the Samson feels like it can easily stand up to the rigors of regular use. The metal build also means it's heavier, which makes it far less likely to fall over. At least, I think that's how it works. Of course, using the built-in stand, the mic wouldn't be that likely to fall over in the first place. 3 legs fold into the body when not in use, allowing you to attach the microphone to a proper mic stand if you want, but once extended, these legs feel quite sturdy. I can't speak to how well they'll hold up over time, but they never started to slip during my time testing the mic. This sturdy feel extends to the knob and switch as well. Again, I can't speak to how well they'll work in 5 years, but I've felt far flimsier switches and knobs on microphones that cost twice the price. You certainly don't have to worry about accidentally switching polar patterns when reaching for the volume knob, for example. While everything I've talked about so far is about how the mic functions, that's because this is a video. You're seeing the mic as I'm talking about it. But it is worth pointing out this is a pretty professional looking mic, which is something you can't always say about some of its lower priced competitors. Snowball. Most people will likely use the Samson Satellite with a computer, so it's fortunate that this is an easy process. Whether you're using a Windows PC or a Mac, all you need to do is plug it in. There are no drivers or other software to install. Using the Satellite with iOS is even easier. For my testing, I used the microphone plugged into a lightning-equipped iPad Pro and used the Ferrite app for a test recording. Here's what it sounds like. Okay, as you can see, we're trying out the Samson Satellite in cardioid mode running into Ferrite on an iPad. Now we're trying out the Samson Satellite in omnidirectional mode, and you probably hear a lot more room tone in my voice, although what you're listening on will also affect that. No matter what you're using the microphone with, the headphone jack with zero latency monitoring is very useful. If you're not getting signal in an app, you can use this to make sure that the microphone is getting a signal on its own. You can also use it to make sure that the mic is picking up everyone's voice before you hit record. The Samson Satellite uses two 16mm condenser capsules. In cardioid mode, only one of these is enabled, while the microphone engages both in the bidirectional and omnidirectional modes. You've already heard a little sample of what it sounds like, but I'd say it sounds roughly as good as other microphones in its price range. That said, there is a problem. Unless you're using a windscreen or pop filter between you and the mic, you're likely to get audible pops from P and B consonants. A small pop filter included in the box would have been really nice, but these are pretty cheap, so if you have to buy one on your own, it's not going to break the bank. The bidirectional mode sounds similar to cardioid mode, while omnidirectional sounds less focused. This is true even if you're using it alone, as the mic picks up significantly more room tone in omni mode, as we heard before. The Samson Satellite doesn't do much that other USB microphones don't do. Yeah, the iOS compatibility is nice, but there are plenty of mics out there with multiple pickup patterns. The difference is, those usually cost $30 to $50 more than this one. If you frequently do interviews or field recordings, having multiple pickup patterns in a mic you can fit in your bag or in a pinch even your pocket is really handy. If your only computer on the road is an iPhone or iPad, then the Satellite is perfect for you. If you're buying this microphone as your first mic, the multitude of options mean it can grow with you, and you probably won't end up finding yourself with no reason to keep it around later on. If you're looking for detailed specs and things like that, this review is also available in article form with bonus info over at makeuseof.com. You can find the link down in the description. While you're there, you can also enter a giveaway to win this mic for yourself. Now, I'm not going to make you read the article. If all you want to do is enter the giveaway, you can do that easily by heading to makeuseof.com/giveaways. When you get to the part about a video bonus question, enter good cheap mic, all one word. Thanks to Samson for providing the review unit, and as always, thank you for watching.